While Gypsy Rose Manson makes herself look more and more daft by the day by putting this AI up where she's wearing a cheerleader outfit that says Morbid's #1 fan while celebrating a house burning down in the background. But this is nothing new. This is Gypsy Rose Blanchard's personality, always has been. She is a person that loves to celebrate other people's misery as an accomplishment of her own. So she can celebrate that all she wants because we're over here celebrating the fact that Sheriff R. Not really knows who Gypsy is. He sees through her lies, and the fact that Gypsy Rose Blanchard's name is not copyrighted. And I know I keep saying copyright her name. She was trying to turn her name into a trademark. She was trying to trademark her name. So on January 7th of 2026, she filed the application to trademark Gypsy Rose Blanchard. That is pretty much when I started calling her Gypsy Rose Manson full time. Because you really can't help to believe that the reason she was trying to do this is to silence people and to stop people from saying her actual name, which is never going to happen. So I kind of always seen copyright and trademark along the same lines, but let's go over the differences. Copyright protects original creative works, books, movies, music, etc., while trademarks protect brand identifiers, company names, logos, and slogans. In short, copyright covers expression, whereas trademark covers branding and prevents consumer confusion. She wanted to turn a Gypsy Rose Blanchard into a brand. It just further proves how delusional she really is. And I think she's hoping in the future, if she brands her name or trademarks it, that that's what the Gypsy Rose will be known for, when in all reality, she's always going to be known for murdering her mother. Slowly but surely, I am changing minds. We are changing minds as a community. We are helping people to see the truth and the fact that Gypsy's Shabuse narrative is false. This Munchausen by proxy and abuse defense that was cooked up by Gypsy Rose's defense attorney is not original to her. Once these dangerous criminals are caught red-handed, they squander up all kinds of stories to try to get out of things. Back to trademark copyright. So it says you often need both for the same asset. For example, if you design an original, highly artistic company logo, the artwork is protected by copyright, while the brand name and logo representation used to sell your service fall under trademark law. Which one do you need? It says to choose copyright if you are an artist, writer, developer, or creator who needs to prevent others from plagiarizing or distributing your original piece of work. Choose trademark if you are launching a business, product, or service and want exclusive rights to your name, catchphrase, or logo in the marketplace. On January 11th of this year, Gypsy posts, "My name is officially in the process of trademark registration through the United States Patent and Trademark Office for Podcast Production. Growth means protecting your work, your voice, and your future. Onward." This is also around the time where she was copyright striking a bunch of creators on YT. And she makes a post that says, "I do not copyright strike channels simply for having an opinion or providing commentary. I only submit copyright claims on videos where my content has been intentionally re-uploaded in full or nearly in full with no meaningful commentary, edits, or transformative changes while the footage is actively playing." This is when she really started using ChatGPT. And yeah, everything you said in this post, Gypsy, was a lie. You know what you did. You know what you and your crew did. You know what y'all planned and did and executed in those Discord meetings. By January 17th, we had the FOIA files and most of the Facebook stuff. Here you can see where Bree took ownership over the 9 million follower account, but of course that didn't last. Gypsy repossessed it and claimed that she was hacked. Oh yeah, and then this happened. Gypsy caught in the wild. And if anybody wants to confirm the information for Gypsy's trademark, I put the serial number there in the video. All in all, Gypsy's trademark application is marked dead and abandoned, her typical modus operandi. For a summary of issues, it says failure to function as a service mark - personal name, Specimen unacceptable. Failure to function as a service mark. Registration is refused because the applied for mark and used on the specimen of record is a personal name that identifies only the name of the specific individual or group. It does not function as a service mark to identify and distinguish applicant services from those of others and to indicate the source of applicant services. The personal name of an individual or group is registrable as a service mark only where the record shows that it is used in a manner that would be perceived by consumers as identifying the services in addition to identifying the person or group. In this case, the specimen above shows the applied for mark used only to identify the name of an individual group and not as a service mark for applicant services. Because name in the mark appears only as an identifier for the individual person owning and operating a particular Instagram account. Specifically, applicant specimen comprises screenshots of an Instagram profile page showing the following: an account with the username gypsyrose.Insta, a photograph of applicant and applicant's name, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and the portion of the profile page where the real name of the account owner appears, the wording author, podcast host in the bio section for the profile. Oh my goodness. Based on this usage, the name in the applied for mark, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, will appear to consumers only as a personal name, identifying the applicant, but not as a separate trademark or service mark indicating the source of any particular services. Yeah, girl, you don't even offer any kinds of services. Accordingly, the mark as used in the specimen of record fails to function as a service mark because it appears only as a personal name. They're saying, Gypsy, you cannot trademark your name. So basically, Gypsy Rose had a deadline that was in May to submit a different specimen or a verified substitute specimen. I honestly don't think she has a substitute specimen to submit. Examples of specimens: specimens for services must show a direct association between the mark and the services and include copies of advertising and marketing material, a photograph of business signage or billboards, or material showing the mark in the sale, rendering, or advertising of the services. She offers no services. This is why she could not trademark her name. But yeah, my friends, I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail as to why Gypsy's trademark of her name was not approved so everyone could fully understand. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments section. Do you think that Gypsy's going to apply again? And if so, what is she going to use for a substitute specimen showing her services? And yeah, I did get a little bit sidetracked when I was going through the January 2026 internet activity, but I just wanted to show you what she was up to when she filed for this trademark.
Doom shot, motherfucker.